it was a risky conquest to go out and do this hip hop movie
Yeah.
and use this main character as Josh
Yeah.
and it was a lot of risk of a backlash and people say, oh, it's not authentic, but how
Right.
did you make it so authentic and real?
I mean, I think it's, you know, I think it's authentic and real because it comes from the heart, you know, and I think it comes from a lot of my own personal experience too, and I think it's also authentic and real because we were always on the lookout for being cheesy or being fake or, you know, or kind of taking advantage of the culture, you know, like we were very, very concerned about doing that, so hopefully we didn't. But it was definitely always on our mind. We never wanted it to feel fake or superficial or anything like that.
And first of all, the music in this movie was
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if there's a better soundtrack that I've
Yeah,
heard
we're
in a
really
long
proud
time.
of it. Yeah.
How did you work that into the project? Like how hard was it to get all those rights and to get the music?
You know, it was always written. All the songs were really written into the script. If not the songs that ended up in the movie, then songs like that. Actually, I think that sometimes I would write lesser known songs into the script because I didn't think we'd be able to get, you know, Can I Kick It or The World Is Yours or any of that. But it was always kind of so important to me that when I went to the producers with the project, I said, you know, we have to get, you know, a music supervisor on right now. We have to start putting these deals in place right now, and they recognized that too, much to their credit. And so it was just always really important to us, and we made it work. And I think the other great thing is not a lot of people have started using this music in movies yet.
Right.
And so I think just the fact that we wanted to do it we got a lot of cooperation from it. A lot of people were just excited.
In '94, I mean, you're in my high school graduation, so I was right there with the hip hop.
Nice.
But what stands out? I mean, I guess the movie is what stands out for you in '94.
Right.
But what particularly, like?
I mean, for me, like a couple things stand out. You know, the differences, first of all, in a world without cell phones and a world without the internet. I think that's just huge. The world, even 14 years ago, just moved a lot slower, and you know, you can't help but kind of feel a little nostalgia for that. And just the music, I think it was just, you know, the creative height of American music, and we haven't kind of reached that in a long time. I mean, when you look back at it, you realize that between all the hip hop stuff that was going on, and Nirvana and Pearl Jam and Smashing, I mean, there was just great music coming from all angles, and so to me, it was just a very, very vibrant time in American society, American culture.
Now, do you think I read in the notes where you compared, you know, '94 music to 2008 music.
Yeah.
What do you think is the root of the change in music from, I guess, hip hop to hip hop and
Right.
and
I think it's a couple things. I think, you know, the record industry's in a hard place right now, regardless. But I also think that it's just once money gets involved, you know, so much money, and you start having to consciously make singles rather than make albums, and you have to start kind of packaging yourself rather than kind of expressing yourself. Then that's when things are going to start to go wrong. But there's still people doing their thing. I mean, there's still people kind of fighting the good fight. But it's just, you know, to turn on the radio now and listen to hip hop is kind of depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta agree with that. So my other question would be is how do you, as a director,
Yeah.
producer, everything that you're gonna do going forward, how do you keep what's true to you, like hip hop in '94? How do you not become hip hop in 2008?
Right.
As
I
a
mean,
director?
that's it's a great question, and that's what the character in the movie is going through too. How does he stay true to himself in the face of all the adversity, or even just in the face of all the things he's going to experience in his life? You know, I guess I don't know. I think the first thing is to just be aware that it might be a problem, and always kind of be on the lookout for that, you know, and then just kind of hopefully keep a good head on your shoulder and surround yourself with true friends and not kind of fake friends, and that's really the only thing you can do.
Yeah.
And just know that it's probably going to happen.
One more thing I had to ask is, 'cause
Yeah.
I'm from New York originally, and I'm sitting here and I'm seeing this image of the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
How was that part of the film? Like, how did you?
It was always written into the script, and I think, you know, for me, having that at the end, that was sort of the most, you know, in New York City, that's the most striking thing that's different between now and then. And for me, you know, the end of the film is kind of all this very much culmination of all these bittersweet moments in the movie. And I think that's the ultimate kind of bittersweet thing about New York is it's just, you know, the reminder that things aren't the same as they used to be, and it's very moving, and it's also, but I think it's also part of healing, you know, that we can look at that now and hopefully not think about all the terrible things that happened, but just think, oh, there's, you know, a beautiful thing that's no longer around.